Hello, I'm delighted to be here hosting this ceremony for the third time. So many of you know that the International Design and Communication Award were founded by Agenda in 2007 to reward the best creativity and talent in the museum world. A few things from this year, so it's a fourth edition. We had 96 applications from 76 candidates, which is a great year for us. 17 countries, 8 categories, and 24 finalists, which will result in 8 winners, which I will be announcing within the next half an hour. So we'll just go over each 8 category. I will invite all the finalists to join me on stage so that I can announce the result and hand all the trophies and certificates. This year we had 3D printed trophies, so we just try a new bit of technology. We wanted to have this live for you, but unfortunately the 3D printer of the Sydney Living Museum just broke last week, obviously. So we just had to run it with an external partner. So you didn't have a chance to see them being built, but that's a few images. So you'll be, feel free to borrow them from the winners so you can have a touch, a bit of a feeling of what 3D printers can result. So let's start with the best branding campaign. So the finalists are HORNALL Museum by the agency Eden Spiekerman from the Netherlands, the Museum of Everything in the UK, and Sydney Living Museums are hosted in Australia. Could you please join me on stage? I believe we have James and Mark here. Sorry. Yes, many more people from the Sydney Living Museum, I'm sure. Come on stage. So, the bronze prize. James, would you please step in the lights? You don't want to receive an award in the dark. It's kind of weird. So, bronze goes to Sydney Living Museum. They had to create this new brand strategy. They created this new brand strategy, name and identity for what used to be the Historic Houses Trust. You're a bit more familiar with the different organizations and institutions that Sydney Living Museums gather. It centers around the idea of unlocking stories, so you get the idea of a key who allows you access into Sydney's heritage and a lot of storytelling, which the jury really liked. Congratulations. Silver goes to HORNALL Museum. They're not here, unfortunately, so they will apologize my terrible spelling, but it's a small institution from the Netherlands who had an issue with notoriety and who has a great collection indoor but also outdoor. So they developed this new identity with this idea of a window opening, revealing the art, revealing the building and the park. It raises curiosity and it easily adapts to each purpose. So if you want to learn more, we have presentation of each winners outside, and you can find out more on the website. And the winner is a Museum of Everything. So the jury decided to reward this, as you know, small independent institution for its creativity, originality, and coherence among all support and media. The museum is doing all its design in-house and just using the red, white, and black colors and and drawn design. So, congratulations, James. Thank you. After branding, let's look into best logo. James, don't go too far. Yes. So we're looking into logos, and you'll see that a lot of them show great creativity. Among our finalists are the Musée de la Civilisation de Québec, Museum of Everything, and Palestinian Museum. Bronze goes to the Musée de la Civilisation du Québec. It's actually a new identity for the museum and its network, which includes 5 sites. We just enjoyed the vibrant vivid and visual identity. The logo it being the shape of the museum, well, the actual building. So just visit them and you'll find out more. Silver goes to the Museum of Everything. Come here. James will explain, but they decided not to go with one logo, but to go with a multitude of logos, just using the same consistent colors and handwritten style. Yes. Perfect. Thank you. And the winner is the Palestinian Museum, who's to open in 2016. They're unfortunately not here because of, well, the current situation in Palestine, which wouldn't allow them to travel. But they created this identity for this future museum. And the museum's ambition is to transcend political and geographical borders, obviously, creating a dialogue around art for Palestinians in Palestine, Palestinians in Israel, and Palestinians all over the world. The jury found this quite simple but very strong identity, just perfect for the ambition of the museum. We wish them good luck, and we'll visit them when they open and invite them here. Next, we'll be looking into the best scenography for a temporary exhibition. For the first time this year, we decided to divide the best scenography category in two, making a difference between temporary exhibition and permanent collection. As you know, the budgets, requirements, and object on display are not the same, so we believe it's good to make a distinction. So this year, for the temporary exhibition, our finalists are GOGH, Falling Back to Earth at Kagoma. I believe we have someone from Kagoma here. Yeah, come on stage. Other finalists are the exhibition Jeux Vidéo at Cité des Sciences et de l'Industrie in Paris, and Ting at North Technics Museum by Ralph Applebaum Associates. And we also have someone from the North Technics Museum, so please get on stage. Bronze goes to the exhibition Jeux Vidéo at the Cité des Sciences. The one who, among you who are popular with the movie Tron, will easily recognize this kind of futuristic city from the 80s, but they still manage to provide a very rich content and look into the past, present, and future of video games. It was very successful. The Ministry of Culture in France is actually looking into making this a permanent exhibition in France, and the exhibition that has been touring has been using the same scenography in several locations. Congratulations to them. Silver goes to Kagoma. Congratulations. They had the huge challenge of dedicating 3,000 square meters to one single artist with, as you can see, massive artwork. It demanded a large amount of space, but also a large amount of work on the equipment. I believe there's no barriers, there's no electricity, exits. Everything has to be hidden to allow the meditation the artist wanted to create. And they also had a lot of scenography dedicated to children to allow them to create and get involved with the arts. So, congratulations. And the winner is, for the second time, I have to say, you also won 2 years ago, Ting at North Technics Museum. The exhibition was created for the jubileum of the museum, I believe, and it's a participatory exhibition that invites visitors to look into the relationship between technology and democracy. So each visitor gets one of these little cubes of wood that are all the way there, and just uses this little cube into each installation to just look into the object, find out more, but also vote and debate on the relationship with democracy and innovation. Yep. Perfect. Congratulations. So now that we look into temporary exhibition, let's look at permanent collections. Our finalists are the exhibition First People at Museum Victoria, the Danish National Maritime Museum, and Wonder Rooms at GEMEENTEMUSEum. Again, sorry for my pronunciation. I believe we have some people from Museum Victoria here. Come on stage, Rod. See? You had to sit in the first row. Come on. And bronze goes to First People at Museum Victoria. Congratulations. There was a big challenge in finding the balance to represent, I think, more than 40 communities and languages. You collaborated with local groups to guarantee a rich content and have the exhibition around objects, language, and traditions. I believe we will be visiting this exhibition in Melbourne for the one who are joining us. So come see Rod if you want to find out more. Congratulations. Silver goes to the Danish National Maritime Museum, who could not join us. But just briefly, the challenge was to present the maritime activity of Denmark and also getting younger visitors interested in a career in the field, which is quite challenging. And the jury appreciated the mix of objects, videos, and digital installations, mixing past, present, and future instead of going to a linear project. So they actually look more looking into different kinds of activities instead of a chronological journey. So that was great. And KOSSMANN DEJONG seems to be a great agency because they also got the gold prize for their work for Random Rooms. This space is a 1,200 square meter space dedicated to young audiences and teenagers. Each teenager is given a tablet that is custom for the room, and they go through 13 rooms, allowing them to discover all kinds of art and interact with it before becoming exhibition makers. And actually, each little box matches one of the tablets, so kids would just go to the room and just pick any items they want to put in the museum and kind of gather this in a curator aspect. So, great job involving young people. Congratulations to them. Next, we'll be looking into your exhibition communication campaign. And the finalists are Art by Chance at Bonniers KONSTHALL in Sweden, Artist Colony at the Slate Library of New South Wales. I believe we have some people here. Is that correct? Yes. Fantastic. And we have exhibition number 5 of the Museum of Everything. So James, back on stage. Our bronze prize goes to Artist Colony at the State Library of New South Wales. The jury really liked the using of classic painting in a modern way to raise awareness of the exhibition, showing details, really friendly looking, very optimistic looking birds, and modern crops managed to change the perception of what could, 18th century nature painting, and they made it a very attractive and, engaging exhibition. So congratulations. The silver prize goes to exhibition number 5 of the Museum of Everything, which is the exhibition in Russia that you discussed yesterday with Corinne. As a bit of context, as you mentioned yesterday, you decided to organize a tour to gather artwork before doing your exhibition at the garage. The concept and promotion around the temporary installations were very powerful and engaging with local communities and people that are not usually engaged with the arts. So, good job. And the winner is Art by Chance at Bonniers KONSTHALL. It was an exhibition by a Finnish artist based on chance, luck, and gambling. And the agency and the museum together really did a fantastic job using this concept. They involved 3 partners, Spotify, the post office, and a local, national newspaper. They use the chance as a key idea. So they had to actually remove, for the print, for example, in newspaper, they actually remove the press for that many editions and just replace it by a free ticket. For the post office, they entrusted the postman with just dropping wherever he wanted a free tickets to the exhibition. And again with Spotify delivered 500 invitations just randomly to people listening to music. So it was very creative, but also a great challenge for them to work with such big partners, because asking the post office or a local newspaper to just change their habits and get involved in the art is quite an achievement, so congratulations to them. Next, we will be looking into technology and the apps. Our finalists are Float by the Ian Potter Museum of Art, which is part of the University of Melbourne. We might have someone from here too, from there? Oh, you're coming already. Great. We also have KUNSPORTEN by Making Waves from Norway and Touch Van Gogh by the Van Gogh Museum in the Netherlands. So we have actually joined bronze this time, and one goes to Float, the Ian Potter Museum of Art. Congratulations. It is a very original and innovative project from the students of the University of Melbourne to find out what visitors feel when they see the artwork, and for them to share the experience. It's a different approach to geo-targeting and a great opportunity for content and storytelling. So I understand the first steps of the app, but the jury believe it's a great idea and that you should definitely keep going that way and share your experience next week when we'll be at the Ian Potter Museum. Congratulations. The other bronze award goes to KUNSPORTEN by Making Waves AS, but that should be fine. It's an app dedicated to involving young visitors. It was originally by one museum, but because of budget cuts, they had to associate with 7 museums. So they got together and did 2 concepts, one for younger kids with a treasure hunt and one for teenagers with to-do list. So on the app are 2 games, but each game is available in 7 museums. So, the concept is lovely and the development is lovely, but just getting 7 museums together to agree on one activity for a kid was just a good challenge. So that's why they're here tonight. And the winner, finally, is Touch Van Gogh by the Van Gogh Museum. The app reveals the secret in and under the canvases. It engages people with the research of the museum. And it's quite a challenge to get your research and your curator's work into people's home in an engaging and interactive way. And they definitely managed to do that. The app is available, you can use it in and outside a museum, which is great. And people spend an average of 5 minutes on each painting against 10 seconds in average in the museum. So that's a good achievement. Congratulations to them. And I invite you to download the app and look into it. After app, let's go into website. And our finalists are the Museum of Everything. James, please come on stage. The Seattle Art Museum and Sydney Living Museum. Mark and your colleagues, please join us. Perfect. So the bronze goes to the Seattle Art Museum. It's actually gathering the 3 institution content, so the Seattle Art Museum, the Olympic Park, and the Asian Art Museum from Seattle, all into one website. And they did a great job. It's very user-friendly. Content is easy to find. Navigation is easy. So just a good, clean, contentful website. Silver goes to Sydney Living Museums. Congratulations. You also had the challenge of gathering the content of 12 organizations into one website. And it goes very well with your branding and the idea of unlocking stories and sharing the stories, giving people access into Sydney's heritage. Congratulations. And the winner is the Museum of Everything. Congratulations again. Your website shows great design and very consistent with your general creativity, but also rich content, video, interview. You're literally taking your exhibition in the website traveling with them everywhere. So, good job. And our final category tonight is dedicated to young audiences, which we believe is a great, it's a great audience, but it's also very difficult to reach them and to engage them. So, the finalists this year are ARCHEOPARK at MARDIN MUSEUM, and I believe someone from the ministry is going to represent MARDIN MUSEUM, so please come on stage. We have CHEMCRAFTER app by the Chemical Heritage Foundation in the US, and GENEXT at Museum of Contemporary Arts. And we probably, have people joining us too. The bronze goes to CHEMCRAFTER app by the Chemical Heritage Foundation. The Chemical Heritage Foundation wanted to engage the young audiences. They decided to consult not a digital agency, but the actual members of the foundations, so old chemists. And they all agreed saying that their career was born into the small, like little chemist sets that they got when they were kids, which don't exist anymore, probably for security reasons. So they decided to just recreate one on the app. It's actually quite fun. I invite you to just play along. You kind of feel like, ooh, what if I put water with, hydrogen or something? And it's very playful, but it still has a lot of content, and they have amazing results. The downloads have exceeded from 350% the expectation in the US, and they are not translating the app in Korean, Chinese, Japanese to begin with. So you might see this, and if you're involved in science, you might want to talk to them and to collaborating. Silver prize goes to the Museum of Contemporary Art Australia for their program GENEXT. This program is for teenagers. It was usually called Generation Next, and it was rebranded as GENEXT, which I believe was how the teenagers already called it. It's a great incentive to get teenagers to discover and experience contemporary art. There's loads of fun events really targeted to these people and engaging this audience. So, congratulations. And the winner is ARCHEOPARK at MARDIN MUSEUM. MARDIN MUSEUM is a small local museum in Turkey, and they created this ARCHEOPARK in an effort to reach out to the kids. Kids get to be an archaeologist, I'm not sure, an artist, but also curators as they are building their own exhibition at the end of the day. It invites them not only to discover art, but also to get them involved and motivate them to preserve and protect Turkey-rich heritage. So it's just a great way, and kids really get into, looking for art and protecting it. Congratulations. And just to finish, before I leave the stage to Tim Jarvis, who's right here, application for the 2015 IDCA Award will open in January, and the award ceremony will take place in Istanbul and on September 11, 2015. So if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions on category, if you want to suggest candidates who are well deserving, just let me know, and I'll see you next year.